All right, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. We are going to go ahead and get this thing on the road because I have a lot to show you. We are going to transform your KvCORE website. So hopefully those of you who showed up, or even if you're going to be watching this recording, that'll be on our YouTube next Monday. Hopefully you have a KvCORE because I'm going to be showing you in KvCORE, you do have a website. And there's a way you can make that thing look a little bit better than the default that comes with it. All right. Before we get started, really fast in Zoom chat, could y'all maybe just say yay or nay? Can you hear me and see my screen right now? I'm on a KvCORE website. Let me know. All right. And are we excited to transform our website if we haven't already, or at least make it look a little bit better than what you're seeing right here? All right, I am too. Okay, so again, it's all about how we can update this KvCORE website. I'm going to be going over a lot of different things today. Just know that everything is going to be recorded. It's going to be on our YouTube next Monday. Because you showed up today, you'll get an email with that recording just as a reminder that goes out next week. But I'll have all those links and everything at the end, okay? All right. Getting started, what you're looking at is the default of a KvCORE website, all right? And if you have never even seen your KvCORE website, at the top right, whenever you're in KvCORE, you'll see your name with a drop down and go to the globe right here. If you do that, it's going to take you to your website. Now, what I'm going to go over today, there is a lot of things we could talk about that you can do with your website, put in your website. I'm basically just going to give this thing a facelift and make it look a lot better in not a lot of time. All right. So getting started, the very first thing on your website is the picture. If you have not updated your picture in your profile within KvCORE, you need to go ahead and do that, or else this is just blank. When I'm in KvCORE, top right, my profile, you see this right here, how I can edit and upload a picture? Right off the bat, if you have never done that, definitely do that, because this picture is tied to your website. So whatever you put there, that's going here. And a lot of things on the website, I'm just going to let y'all know, you can't edit, but you can't change the layout too much. Like if my picture is a circle and I want it to be a square and I want the picture to be on the right, or I want my picture to be down below where more options is, you can't be doing that. A lot of the stuff is already templated in to these KvCORE websites. I'm about to show you the template we're going to do today. But just note, some things you do in KvCORE, like I'm in the profile, this updates in your website. All right, let's talk about this layout though of the default, because everyone has it. I don't know exactly when they did it, but it could have been 2 or 3 months ago. They have done some website updates with KvCORE. If you log into your KvCORE, everyone is going to start at their dashboard right here. What I want you to do is go to Web and IDX. And if you've never seen this like pop up on the left, yours might look like this. I'm telling you, hit the 3 lines to make your life a little easier to find, these tabs on the left. All right, Web and IDX. Now within Web and IDX, you can click on Edit Settings. Now here's the new templates that they have. This one right here, pretty much it's still kind of like the basic default whenever I look at this. It's just adding these widgets. So we'll be kind of going a little bit over widgets today. But it looks okay. It doesn't look that great. Now this one doesn't look too bad. These are some of the new ones. So I can have a widget right here at the beginning, which is all about getting in contact with me, it looks like. And I can have a messenger. I can even put featured areas. Looks like it comes with some luxury widget that we can go over or use. And then the areas we cover, because we're going to go over this, linking all the areas that you cover within your KvCORE. But this one doesn't look too bad. I may go with that. Let's just look at some of these other ones. Now this looks very similar to the last one, but right off the bat, it just doesn't have a widget at the top. Do you notice how it goes right to featured areas? And I go back over here. It's the same thing for the most part. It's just this has a widget at the top. As I go down, okay, it has a little bit more. It's got like a little side-by-side panel widgets. Going back and forth, which ain't bad. It's definitely long. My website's going to be a lot of scrolling. A lot of people coming to my website's mobile devices. If you're not familiar with that, get familiar with that. Most of your traffic is going to be on a mobile device. At the end of the day, I want to make it as accessible as possible, especially if they're on that. So maybe I don't want to have it too scrolly. That could be too many widgets right here. And let's look at this last template that they have. Okay, so very similar to the last one, except this outline is kind of different. It has a white border on them. And these widgets, I'm not a fan of these, the way they come out looking on the website. And let me just show you. Let's select it and let's hit save. Let's go see what the website's looking like. I'm going back to my website and refreshing the screen. Doesn't look that good, huh? Definitely doesn't look that good going like that. And let's even go into my widgets and double check that. 1 second, Webinar IDX, widgets. So now when I'm in widgets, this is all the things you can start adding to the new layout of your website. But I'm not really liking this one. It doesn't look that good, does it? Kind of takes up the whole screen wide. Same with mobile. I don't really like this template at all. So let's go back into our Webinar IDX with the edit settings. And we're picking our templates. I kind of like this one right here. Let's see. Or no, that's the side-by-side panel. Which one doesn't have a side-by-side panel? There, this one. I like this. It's short to the point. I can put all my featured areas that I want to do around my market. I might keep this luxury widget, may even add some, and I can update my areas we covered. This is short, sweet, and to the point. Okay, if I go with this template, you got to first select it. Notice that this little blue thing is highlighted. It's kind of weird whenever you're picking your template. As I click these, notice it comes over to the far left. So whatever template that you want to do, just make sure you clicked on it, it's highlighted, and it falls over here. All right, I'm going to hit save. Let's remove my widgets. Let's add this. Now notice, since I just did a new layout, it had featured areas on it, remember? So I'm going to pick some hot areas around my market, which is going to be Lafayette, Louisiana for this one. So I'm going to click add area. The first one's just going to be Lafayette in general, the city of Lafayette. And locations, I can draw on the map, which we're probably going to do in a little bit. But this one's simple. I could just pull Lafayette. Let this auto-populate. It's asking me, do I want to do the county or parish? Or just the city, and I want to just do the city of Lafayette. Now, what do you want them to see if they click on this, right? The Lafayette one. Well, I want them to see single-family homes for the most part in Lafayette, or maybe I want them to see condos too, maybe all the listings. If you want them just to see all the listings in Lafayette, don't do anything over here on the right-hand side. You can just leave all of this blank. If you're wanting them to just see all the active listings on your MLS, just leave all of this blank. Now it is going to want an image. So you're going to need to have some images ready. Pexels.com, or maybe even if you've had some previous listings or office listings in the past, or you can get your hands on some nice pictures of some homes. That's what you're going to need for this part right here. So I'm going to go to Pexels.com because these are free images. I'm going to put in homes. I'm going to grab this one. Again, if you're doing this part, I would be wanting to grab a Lafayette home. It's just I don't want to go grab one that's already on the MLS, right? Someone else's picture for their listing. So you want to be sure you're allowed to use it. Okay, downloaded it. Let's upload it. Upload file. Okay. And I'll just name this. It's not like anybody's going to see it. This is more for my library purposes. So I'll put Lafayette. Okay, and I'm going to select that home, insert file. My first little like widget in the featured areas, if you remember, I can pick up to 9 of these. I don't have to do 9, but I can pick up to 9. I'm about to do more. All right. But you're going to have to pick the area, map it out, and then have an image. And if you want all active listings for that area, leave everything on the right-hand side blank. Save. Okay, my first one's done. Let's do my next one. Now I want to pick some hot spots around Lafayette. If I just bring up the market so you guys can maybe relate this to your market, watch this. Let's go to images, not images. I want to go to maps. All right, so here's Lafayette. All right, now there's little cities and suburbs around Lafayette, like Youngsville right here, Broussard right here. Also, there's KvCORE up on the north. There's even Scott over here to the west if I wanted to do that. What I'm getting at is you don't have to just do the entire like city or your whole county or parish. I mean, if there's some hot spots within that, why don't you map it out? So I'm definitely going to do Youngsville and Broussard separately. These are 2 hot up and coming areas. Going back to my website. This one's going to be Youngsville. Okay. And I'm not going to draw on the map yet for this one. So it should just pull Youngsville for me. Okay. And I need to upload an image. I'm just going to do this. So you guys can kind of see the layout. If you really do get your own picture, right, make sure you have the rights to use your picture. But let's say this is a Youngsville home. I'm going to take that. Upload my image. Rinse and repeat kind of right here. Oops. Of course, that doesn't want to download. So we'll just take a screenshot. All right. Now I got my Youngsville home, a little cover photo. And I'll select it, insert file. Again, I want all active listings in Youngsville, so I'll just hit save. That's all I needed to do there. Now let me make a Broussard. Remember, Broussard's another suburb outside of Lafayette. That's up and coming, definitely. And I'm just going to grab another picture. Again, make sure you're getting your own pics, right? Don't be doing what I'm doing. This is all for just examples. Upload file. Now the library. And let's hit save. Now look, I got 3 kind of little widgets for my featured area, the main widget, basically. I'm not going to sit here and make 6 more, but I am going to get a little creative on this 4th one I'm going to show you. And then we're going to get to other stuff that we can be doing to our website, because it's almost a rinse and repeat, especially what I'm about to show you. Now, in Lafayette, there is a campus. It's the University of, I'm drawing a blank. It's ULL, right? So they have a university there. And let me see, where is ULL? So I can, all right, so it's going to be right around here because I'm going to draw on the map. Watch this. So if the campus is right around here, University of Louisiana Lafayette. So if you have maybe a campus or a military place or something around there, and there's people searching for homes that are near the military base, or maybe they're near campus, maybe get creative with one of these featured areas. Watch. Let's go back in, and my fourth one is going to say ULL deals, or maybe homes near ULL. Let's go with that. Now I'm going to draw on the map. What we've been doing is just having it pick the location, right? But you can also draw. I'm going to go find ULL, which was like all around here. Yep. So there's the campus, right? And maybe if all the people who are going to that campus are wanting to look at homes in that area, it's probably kind of like that squarish. So draw area, click this button. It's going to bring up this polygon. I can start clicking, and let's just say all the homes or people who would be wanting to go to ULL are probably all in this range. Like maybe like everything south of the highway right here. I can hit apply section. Now, again, I just want all the active listings that are near there. I could maybe just say single family or condo, but I'm still going with just all the active listings that encompass that little map I drew. Upload image. Maybe we see. Again, try to get your own picture. That's almost too nice to be out of university, huh? That house. Let me try to find something here. I'll go with this. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna get to all y'all's questions at the end. Just know that everything's recorded and you can rewind all day. It's gonna be on our YouTube next Monday. All right. But I'm gonna get to the questions at the end. So definitely keep putting them in Zoom chat for me. All right. Let's upload that image for the ULL deals or homes near it. Yep, you joined a little late. Don't worry. We started the recording from the beginning, and this is going to be on the YouTube next Monday. All right, and I'll just put ULL. And let's hit save. Again, I can do up to 9. So just to rinse and repeat if I wanted to pick some more areas, or I wanted to get real creative, or maybe just do condos in a certain area. Totally up to you. But I'm going to hit save. All right. Now, when I'm done here, you see it took me to my widgets, right? Remember, I was picking, before all of this, I was picking a new layout, a template. And when I picked that new layout, it took me to my featured areas immediately. What do you want to do? And when you're done picking your featured areas, it's going to bring you right here to the widgets. If you're not familiar with widgets, let me show you kind of what they are. Let me go back to his website. That's me. And as we can see, it's looking a lot different than it did before. Remember the default one? Default one looked default for sure. But this is the new layout. David's is looking a lot better. And this looks good on a mobile phone. I know I can't show you right now how it looks, but just know this does look good on a mobile device as well. Now, what widgets are these. You see the get your home fast for top dollar, contact us. When I go back, well, that's a widget, the contact us right here. You can drag and drop and move these around. So the order that they are on the website, and you can also remove the widget if you don't like it. This one though, whenever I hop over here, I do like it, but this contact us just takes them to a contact part. And if I go back, I feel like for this, I would maybe want to reword this widget if you're just having the call to action be a contact. I mean, you're saying get your home sold fast for top dollar, then they just contact you. They probably would maybe want a little bit more. Maybe just, let's see, listing your home doesn't have to be as stressful. You can count on great service experience. Hear me out. If you just wanted to say something a little different, like you like the idea of this to keep the widget and you want them to still go to this contact us, you can change up what it says right here. All right. The way to do that in KvCORE on that contact us widget, here's an edit button. This is where you can kind of mess with it. It might get a little complicated though. So this could be a little advanced, but in here in the code, this is where you're going to have to change some of the stuff if you really want to change these widgets. I wish it was easier to change it right now. You can't. I can't just come in and click and backspace and have like a site editor. It doesn't work from here. I'll show you. If I go out, you'll see this thing called site editor. Let's see. You used to be able to in KvCORE, like 3 months ago before this update, you used to be able to edit this up a little bit. You used to be able to change what like areas said or just even this, get your home sold. I could change it right here. I could change what the button said. But this editor is only working for this tiny, tiny little section. You can't edit any of the widgets. This might be over some of y'all's heads, but if you're following me right now, the widgets are kind of just set up. It's going to be pretty hard for you to edit what they say. And if you're wanting to edit what they say, you're going to have to find it in the code down here. You see this, how it says paragraph, listing your home doesn't have to be as stressful and overwhelming, etc. This is what I would have to change if I really wanted this to say something different. So that can get a little complicated if you're wanting to take it to the next level with these widgets. So let's just say I don't want to keep that one. All right, watch this. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to hit the X. Let's go back to my website. Let's refresh it. Because I would like my featured areas actually to be at the top. I don't care much for that contact us right now. It's being a little slow. Let's see if I can preview it this way. All right, there we go. So I took out the contact us. Now it just shoots right to the featured areas. Again, I put 4. You can do up to 9. So totally up to you. I would definitely probably try to put up to 9 if I was you, though. All right, this discovery luxury listings, get an insider look at hot luxury listings within the MLS. If you're not a luxury listing and this doesn't apply to you, maybe you get rid of the widget, right? If you don't really do luxury listings at all. So I'm going to hop back into KvCORE. I'm going to get rid of the luxury listings widget. Now the market reports, let's see what that is. I like that. I mean, I don't even really need to change anything in it either. That's a good widget, definitely. And if they click on it, my internet may be going a little slow right now. They can sign up for market reports. They put their area, their neighborhood, and they can get a little report on it. So that's not a bad one either. All right, now on the left-hand side, you have a lot of different widgets. Okay. I'm going to go over some of these that you could add, but some of it's already on there, like blog post. If I was to hit add, let me just show you, because I do blogs. If you didn't know, you can blog on KvCORE. So let's say you do your blogs. Let me look and see what the website's going to look like now that I added a blog widget at the bottom. I guess it just doesn't want to load for me. Let me try again. All right. Remember, I added a widget, right? This blog post right here. Because if you are looking at the library all I did is put two widgets. I have my featured areas and I have my market report right there, but they have a lot of widgets. I just don't want you guys to get lost in all this. You can easily just have your website updated, looking fresh, because a lot of these is going to be more of a mess than it's going to actually help you. And some of it's redundant, like blog posts. If you're blogging and you want your blogs to show up on your website, we all do. It's already on there. And this widget, if you were to put it on, look what happens. Like kind of, and I can't move it. That's the frustrating part so far with all these updates with the websites. I mean, I love them, don't get me wrong, but it's not that dynamic. You can't do too much with the widgets. Maybe you're starting to see that too. And the blogs, when I scroll down, David does not blog. Let me see if I can go to someone who does. If you're blogging on your website, there's already a spot at the bottom of it that shows all of your blogs. You see right here, latest blogs. All you got to do is be blogging and this already pops up. So don't get carried away with a lot of these widgets. Check them out. Might like them, might want to use them. But to be completely honest, if this is your first time updating your website, go with that template that I used at the beginning. Remove those other widgets. I mean, if you would like, if you kind of agree with what I did, but I just have two widgets at the end of the day on my website. Going back to David's, let me refresh because I got rid of the blog thing. I just want to see what his new layout of his website looks like from what we just did. Okay, featured areas first. I'd be adding more. They can get reports. I've added testimonials. I'm going to try to get to these parts if we have time today, how we can add more. But remember, I wanted to really just show in 30 minutes how you can kind of transform your website in the way it looks. Now, this is default. My listings, just listed, just reduced. We never even touch these. These are always going to be on your website. You can't edit which ones, but no, these are automatically on there. So website doesn't look too bad from what it did look like, right? With the default. The second half of this, all right, I'm about to switch gears because all I did is switch up the layout. I'm not going to be changing the layout anymore. What I'm going to start doing is adding certain stuff. I'm going to show you how you can add testimonials. I'm going to show you how you can put your office listings for this carousel right here. I'm going to show you how you can update your areas that they cover. If you want to put your bio in here, I'm going to show you that. So this whole second half, that's what we're about to be doing. Now, if you have a little layout of your website that you like, remember that's what I did back in KvCORE. If I go to Web and IDX and then edit settings, we picked a layout. That's what all of this started with because you have the default one already, but all you have to do is come in here and pick your new layout. Once you pick your new layout, I'm still in these edit settings. As I scroll down, there's things you can be doing to your website. Obviously, you can change the color. There's even a custom one. You can be putting in the, if you have the color palette right, the codes. But if you wanted to start messing around with the overall theme, the color of your website, you can be doing that. These pictures right here, this is your banner, all right? Whenever someone comes to your website, that's this. And it could be random which one that they're going to see. Notice how there's multiple ones selected. If you have multiple ones selected, that means it's a kind of a round robin of what picture is going to show up when people come to your website. And you can also upload your own picture if you don't like any of these default ones. And you would upload it right here if you had your own, banner with the right sizing, 1600 by 650. Going back to this website, there's things that you can actually update and change. First being, let me show you your tagline. I want to say something a little different right here than all of this, eXp Realty Lafayette. So going back to KvCORE, let me show y'all something. You're looking for custom tagline. Give me 1 second. There we go. Website custom tagline. So it's under agents, and I guess I could have just clicked this right on the left-hand side. So click on agents, website custom tagline, and give me 1 second because I'm going to put something right here. Let's say featured listings below and all your real estate resources, call or text today. Maybe I even put maybe I'll put like an emoji or something. I'm going to right click, emojis, a little phone. Let's hit save. Probably wondering, what am I doing? If you put something right here in the website custom tagline, watch what happens. Let's refresh the screen. This is something you're not going to get rid of. This is your office, all right? Your brokerage, whoever you're with, okay? So that's more handled at the office admin level. If you wanted to get that changed, you're not going to be able to change it. But what you can do is add some stuff here. You can put whatever you want there. I'm just thinking of as the user, they're probably on a mobile device. Whenever they come to my website, some of the first stuff they're going to see is all up here at the top. So I'm kind of directing my mobile users when they come to my website and letting them know all the featured listings are below and all of your real estate resources, call or text today. It's kind of letting them know if they start scrolling what's going to happen. But you can put whatever you want in your website custom tagline right here. And kind of cool with the emojis, right? The emojis do pop up, they don't break. Okay. Let me go back over here and scroll down some. So testimonials. If you want to you can manually add testimonials and you can sync your Zillow. The way to do that, KvCORE, Web and IDX on the left-hand side. And then you're going to see testimonials over here. Now you can connect your Zillow reviews. It's very easy to do that. I guess you just got to put your email and screen name in and it's going to connect them. And you can also just add, if you have any good ones that aren't on Zillow, maybe they're on Google or other platforms, you can manually add some really good testimonials if you got them in the past. And this is pretty cool on the website because if you do just, let's say, add a testimonial, because it's as easy as that, automatically this happens over here. This widget just pops up, your testimonials widget. Now this is feeding from your IDX. All right, all of this, the active listings on your MLS, and you can change, I guess, the category of what you want. Like if you didn't want just listed, or if you didn't want my listings. So over here in KvCORE, Web and IDX, edit settings. And we're going to get to listing carousels on the left-hand side. Notice my listings, just listed, just reduced. That's these right here. I can't change a lot about the widget, but I can change which ones it's pulling. So here's the ones that I could pull. And if I didn't want it at all, I could just have off. So if I wanted my listings just listed, if I didn't want the last one, let's see what this would look like. Man, my internet don't love me on a Friday. I'd rather you do it to me on a Monday, huh? Okay, so here we are. My listings just listed and boom, it's gone. That's how you can get rid of it if you didn't want it there. And again, the only ones you can select are what's right here. Okay, as you start to go down, if you wanted your bio to be on here, it's totally up to you. I don't know of any actual SEO improvement or rankings that's going to help you by putting your bio in. But if you wanted to give your website a little bit more content and just have your bio on the main page, because to let everybody know, your bio is also in your profile. But if you wanted it on your main page in KvCORE, you'd be going to your drop down at the top right, My Profile. You're going to edit your profile. And when I scroll down, there's an About Me. So it's kind of weird how KvCORE works. I know I'm recording. I would be rewinding a lot if you're watching me right now, because some of the things that you're going to have to do in your website, if you want to update it or change the way it looks, it's not all in the same spot in KvCORE. I'm back in my agent profile now, and all I have to do is just update my About Me, and then I would have an About Me widget pretty much over here. Whatever I put there. Okay, so if you did put one there and you hit save, it's going to appear right here near the bottom of your website. Areas we cover. This is super important. I would just definitely do this if you have not already. This does help with your SEO. It's picking all the market areas basically that are going to be attached to the website. Whenever I click on these, it also gives cool little market reports on each one. But this is more so on the SEO side of why I would update this. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I just need this to load, because I'm going to show you how these are actually landing page reports. They're always updated. For those of you who are maybe a little advanced with some of your marketing, I mean, you can use these with Facebook links and posts and share. Kind of the most updated market report for the Broussard area. You know what I'm saying? But this is more so on the SEO side. To update your service areas in KvCORE, you're going to go to Web and IDX. You're going to see service areas and SEO over here. You can do this. It says add all cities in MLS. I'm telling you though, if you do that, it's going to add a lot. There might be 100, 230, like 300 that are going to get added. But that's going to be too many. Let me see if I can refresh the screen and it's going to show all the ones I just added. Now we're cooking. So look at this. Added all the cities that are attached to that MLS. Now you might be thinking that's a good thing. Yeah, I want to do that. My SEO, I want to start being ranked and being found from Google even with these. It's not the case. This is going to slow your website down if you have too many. So when you add all of these, your load time when someone's coming in, this is way too many. 93 links on that front page for all of these. So what I tell everyone for the service areas and SEO, I would be picking like 10 to 20, maybe 25 different areas. I'm going to show you how to do that. But definitely don't come in here and just add all of them by clicking that button. This will slow your website down, the load time. So I'm going to remove them all actually from the list. Let me refresh my screen. Now I have nothing on there, but I can't add them. So I'm going to pick my hot ones again. Remember I was doing Youngsville earlier. So obviously let me get Youngsville in there. I did Broussard earlier. I know that's a hot spot. I want to show up there. Oops. And that was neighborhood. Notice. Be mindful of which one you're pulling. I want the city. So we'll go back. And there's Broussard City. You guys see it? I had to scroll for it, but it's there. All right. Obviously Lafayette itself, right? So Lafayette, the city. Some of the other ones that maybe I just didn't get to. This is what I would be doing if I was you. I'd be picking at least 10 to 20 of them, your hot spots all around your market. Don't come in here and add them all. I mean, anything over probably 40 or 50, if you're really going to get that high, that's probably getting way too many for your service area and SEO. It's going to slow it down. Because when I'm showing you this is an always updated market report for that area. So think it puts a little strain on the website the more and more that you keep putting on the main page, that it has to keep updated. All these service areas and SEOs. Okay. I'm gonna do a little rundown on David's website because I know we jumped around a lot, but we really did go in order from the top to the bottom on how you can change the layout and then how we can edit specific things. So let this load, and I'm just going to do that rundown, what we went through, and I'm going to get to everybody's questions. All right, so just a little summary again. If you wanted to give your website an update, there's tons of things we could do to this, and I'm probably going to have to just do a part 2 next month for the next one because there's other stuff I wanted to get to. But just a simple kind of facelift on the website. Remember, the first thing we started with was just the layout itself, right? Picking your layout. So whenever I was in KvCORE, edit settings, that's these templates. So you got to pick your template. When we're happy with which template we liked, make sure you have your profile picture in there, right? Because whatever your profile picture is in KvCORE, that's this picture over here. I also showed you about the website custom tagline. If you want to say something or even kind of direct people like what's below, think of the user when they come to this website, and most are on a mobile phone. You're probably on a desktop looking at this. So just think of that mobile person coming here. You might want to tell them what they're doing on your website or what they can do if they scroll down. When we pick that template, remember you have to pick your areas. You can pick up to 9 of these. I just picked 4 for example purposes, and it kind of auto formats it right for you. But try to pick up to 9, and you can get creative. I showed you, I picked normal, kind of just a city name, Lafayette. I picked suburbs around it, Youngsville, Broussard, and I got creative on this one. It was homes near a college campus, and I drew a map around it. Now here's another widget. This I liked because it was a simple market report. It's almost some lead capture that's really easy that people will probably want to click on. Testimonials. I showed us how we can sync your Zillow to it. And then you can also add any manual testimonials if you got it on different platforms. These are your listing carousels. You can remove them if you want. And you can also choose which ones. There's just, I think, 5 or 6 that you can choose between. But I chose 2 listing carousels for mine. If you do want your bio on the main part of your website, you got to do that in your profile. And look at the areas we covered. I would be wanting to do more than this. Like I said, try to at least get 10 and up to 20. But I just picked 4 when I was going through, and you can see how it updated over here. And that's kind of like a little part 1 to this website. A lot of just layout stuff and how you can update it. I think next time I'm definitely going to want to show y'all how we can start building landing pages and custom pages on here. But you got to get started somewhere, and just kind of fixing up the layout is where I would get. That's where I would get started. That's actually a good question. So when you scroll to the bottom, you'll probably have, with your default website, you're already going to have some there. But to help with your SEO and for your load time of your website, go into KvCORE, Web and IDX on the left-hand side, and it's service areas and SEO. If you click on that, if you've never been here, there's going to be nothing there. And like I said, just start adding all the cities, suburbs, even counties if you wanted to, add them here. Just don't do too many.
Okay, so like don't do 93, but do 10 to 20. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, exactly. Because it's going to slow it down, the load time. The more and more that you're going to put on there actually slows your overall website down. And
okay,
you know, think if you have someone on, let's just say property alerts in KvCORE, they're on search alerts, right? And they click on your search alert email and they go to your website to look at it. Wouldn't you be like, if it's a second or it's a little slower, people don't like that. People want stuff now. So just be mindful of that part. And I'll go over all the links and stuff on how you can find this and where the recording will be, etc. But I mean,